Hey guys, thank you for checking out this video. My name is Robin, and as you've probably noticed, this is my first YouTube video. So let me give you a brief introduction of me, my interests, and my motivations behind creating this channel. Compared to many of you, I'm a relatively new car enthusiast. I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I'm the owner of a FK8 Honda Civic Type R, and have the chance to experience the car not only driving very spiritedly on the road, but also on the track. When I initially bought the Type R, I thought I might have buyer's remorse for spending so much on just a Civic, but taking the advice of literally every single automotive reviewer on YouTube and other platforms, I bit the bullet and traded in my old car, which was a 2019 Genesis G70, for a championship white 2021 Civic Type R. I'm glad to say that as soon as I drove the car off the lot with 7 miles on the odometer, there has not been a single moment where I've regretted this decision. After jailing the car for over a year and learning its many quirks and features, I decided to sign up for my first HDPE, which is a high-performance driving education classroom and a track lesson, and have been hooked on tracking my car ever since. It's been a couple of track days since then, and I've had the opportunity to visit other tracks aside from the one that I learned on. In the process of trying to get better on the track and maximize my on-track experience, I wanted to review my past performance and see where I can improve. So I thought that while I do this, I can also share my experience with others via YouTube, in case any of you guys wanted to get started on track days, are curious about the Type R ownership experience, or just wanted to tune into my journey. Which leads us to the topic of this video, which is a track day with OnGrid at Ridge Motorsport Park. This is my 4th or 5th track day, depending on whether or not you count the HDPE class, and second ever time at the Ridge. That's also if you don't count simulator laps. According to Assetto Corsa, I've done a bit over 100 laps on this track, but I can assure you that a huge portion of those laps around the track ended up with me, well, not on the track. So what you're seeing in the video right now is the first morning session in Group 2, which is one step above the literally never driven on a racetrack group, which I thought I would fit in. So when you sign up, you list your previous track experience so that you're running with people who theoretically should be relatively on the same pace as you, so there's minimal passing and everyone can run smooth laps with minimal traffic. But whether it was due to a combination of the foggy weather, the first session of the day, but this group just didn't really want to get up to pace until almost 10 minutes into the 20-minute session, where this video kind of starts. I could still practice my lines, but it is a bit annoying when you're trying to navigate through many cars who may or may not see you until you're literally sniffing their bumper.
And you're gonna want to get way up on him. He's not gonna know you're here. He's an old man. He sees me. He doesn't see you, trust me.
Shout out to my on-grid instructor Johnny with that color commentary, which leads me to get the pass by from this supercharged GT350 Mustang, albeit with a novice driver inside. Really goes to show that horsepower isn't everything, especially when it comes to track driving.
Let the car grab. Okay.
I'm gonna let the video play here out a bit since I finally have some breathing room from traffic and can push the car a bit.
Then now get on the brakes. Good. Easy.
Here I catch up with my friend Casey in his black Lexus, or more accurately, he's caught up in traffic because he's got quite the driver mod on me.
I like the cut line personally. Look way ahead. Look way ahead.
And we get the pass by on the Camaro onto the front straight. Casey and his Lexus and I have pretty similar pace, and I follow him for around 2 laps, where we didn't run into much traffic at all. His car shoots flames, which both sounds and looks awesome in real life. He assures me that it's not intentional, just race car things, I guess. I'm going to speed through this footage because nothing really happens here. Until we get to the ridge straight here at a pretty deep 17 minutes into the 20-minute session. And right here, his brakes decide they no longer want to work, and he uses the very well-placed runoff to begin his cool-down lap just a bit earlier than everyone else. Don't worry, he and his car are both fine, and he was able to fix the issue and continue later on in the day. So later on in the day, as you can see, the weather cleared up, and my instructor also convinced/finessed the OnGrid organizers to let me into Group 3, which is one step faster than the group that I was running in before, and one step below the fastest non-time trial group. I was pretty hesitant, but also pretty excited to be somewhat acknowledged for my driving skill. Or it could have just been the Type R carrying me, who knows. In the first session, my instructor said that I definitely wasn't shy, which is a bit of a foreshadowing for what happens in this session here. As you've probably noticed, I also remembered to start my lap timer and GoPro camera, so this footage is considerably higher quality, and you guys can see some basic telemetry that the Track Addict app provides with just the phone's 1 Hz GPS. I have a more accurate 10 Hz GPS dedicated lap timer coming in soon, which I hope I can use to have better replay analysis and more accurate lap times, so stay tuned for that. So going back to the video, I think this was my second or third run with the faster Group 3, and I was still giving liberal pass-bys to basically anyone that I saw in my rearview mirrors. But overall, with less traffic and way faster cars and drivers sharing the track with me, I was consistently running mid 2.0x laps and actually set my personal record on this session. I know it's probably not impressive to a lot of you guys watching, and other folks have actually set faster lap times in my own car, but nonetheless it's still a proud personal achievement for me. So I'm just gonna let this hot-ish lap play out and give my thoughts about it after.
What's that noise?
It's from you, isn't it? Oh no, it's from my lap timer.
Okay. Good. Through here, easy. Yep. Right. Really try to get this apex. Offline. That's okay.
Is that understeer?
Yes.
Oy.
See, these are the blue cones, so now start braking. Third. Okay. Yep, good. Now get it around here. Easy.
Okay, so running the footage back, I can see a lot of mistakes, so I'll chat about the big ones that I can see and fast forward through the rest because this video is already extremely long. So the first major mistake that I can see is that I'm way too far from track right as I approach the entry into the carousel here. So I'm pegging it at redline in third by the time I enter the braking zone here. When I tried shifting into fourth at redline to get a bit more speed before braking, it was just way too many inputs at once because you want to really start the next series of turns in third. I think next time I'll try short shifting into fourth so I can stay on throttle with less inputs at the turn-in point. I'm leaving quite a bit off the table in the uphill section approaching the thumb. It's kind of a blind series of uphill turns, which I'm guilty of coasting through. I think next time I'll try getting a bit faster once I'm more confident in the braking zone for the thumb itself. And I completely blow the apex of the thumb itself by quite a big margin, but I did feel the front tire skipping and accurately identified that as understeer. And here through this off-camber right-hander, I came in way too hot or didn't brake enough, and I completely blew the apex again. Also, for this to be a true hot lap, I probably should have turned off the AC and ran solo without a passenger for the marginal weight savings. All in all, I think a sub 2 minute is definitely possible with my current driving abilities, and that's going to be my goal for the next time that I'm there. So immediately after setting my PR, I saw another Type R and of course had to chase it. But alas, I couldn't close the gap enough for a pass by, and then this happened.
Okay.
So the fix for that would actually be the entry into the carousel. I need to brake in a straight line mostly and let the car return to neutral before giving it all that steering input. After this session, the track got slower with the rising temperatures and other factors, so I wasn't able to get any laps faster than that 203. But I had another oh shit moment after getting in Sam's Type R and seeing what his car can do, and immediately boiled my brake fluid on my second hot lap. Here's the footage from that.
I'm mashing the brakes.
Woo. You stalled the car.
Did I?
I was running Motul RBF 600, which I guess isn't sufficient for hot laps in a Type R. Immediately after this event, I switched to Castrol SRF.
And get going while there's no cars.
I also have footage of that ride-along I got with Sam, who casually took me on a 151 run like it was nothing. It was after that ride-along where I immediately boiled my brake fluid, trying to replicate what he did in my car. So a lesson learned there for me for taking things gradually instead of doing everything all at once. Let me know if you guys would like to see that ride-along footage with Sam, where I can chat about the differences I see in the line he takes from mine and other things that I can see he's doing differently than me. We both have FK8 Type Rs with similar mods and the same dyno tuner, so a lot of approaches should theoretically be transferable between our two cars. I think this is a good place to wrap up the video, which was way longer than I anticipated. If you managed to make it all this way, are interested in future videos like this, please like and subscribe. Do leave comments about anything you see I can improve on, and also suggestions for future videos. Some ideas I had were a build breakdown of my Type R and more off-track / vlog style track day logistic videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm out.